Relationship dumbmassification, a thought-provoking conversation with the voice of reason, an exploration into why you and your girl just can't relate. The world is tuned in to the voice of reason, blowing up the foxhole every Thursday evening. If your man is tripping, then talk to Zoe before you leave. Maybe y'all can make it work, and if not, he can tell you exactly how to tell him to kick rocks. Intelligence with lots of comedy, it's not your average show. It's ZoWilliams, the voice of reason on Foxhole Radio. This is the death of relationship dumbmassification.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn!
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
ZoWilliams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yes, sirree, Bob. I want to welcome you all to the Voice of Reason. I'm holding off on this music for a second. I want to welcome you all to the Voice of Reason. But before I get there, I want to say thank you to Miss Peaches.
Oh.
Your irreverence and asshole qualities have really made this experience quite enjoyable.
Well, thank you.
The back and forth banter of your nonsensical views
Oh, shut.
and asinine thought process has really elevated the quality of this show.
Well, thank you. My mother always said I'd be something special.
Yes, man. Hey, the Voice of Reason is live, my peoples.
Hey,
The turn up is real. We have an incredible topic for you today. Let's set the tone. Let's set it right. Let's set it right. Bring it up, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason, let me give you a brief example of what we do. You gonna let your hand fall off? Chabella, bitch. I mean, this is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. I assemble some really smart women, man. You under dig? And they get in here and they share their opinions about relationships. They say women are the most unheard, people on planet Earth. Men don't listen to y'all. You under dig? So I was like, fuck it. Let me create a platform where women get to say all of the weird, wild, nonsensical shit they believe in.
Yeah, it'd be weird sometimes.
Without judgment. Now, I may poke and prod and annoy and do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But would it be entertaining if I didn't?
No, it would not, because it'd be boring.
Okay, so I fuck with y'all a little bit. You understand? Somebody said Peaches had me tripping Wednesday. Of course.
I hope in a good way.
Of course. Peaches wild than a motherfucker.
Hey, y'all might hear anything come out my mouth.
But Mimi should be here shortly, and I'm even thinking of bringing Antonio Moore is even going to join the conversation.
Hey, Tone
But
talk.
I'm even thinking of bringing on my young intern, who crazy little motherfucker.
Yes, she is.
I didn't know she was this crazy.
And she come up with good questions for
She
y'all.
come up with good questions. She come up with good topics. Thanks to my guidance.
Look at Jonelle.
She be mad as hell because I be shooting her questions down.
Ah.
That's dumb. That don't make sense. That don't mean that.
I mean, she bringing questions to you. It's not like she bringing them to a regular nigga on the corner.
I be like, read this book. Go get this book and read and then come back with some more
I know
questions.
she be like, damn, this nigga got me thinking.
Nah, but she good people though. She good people. I be giving people a shot. She reached out on some random shit. She might be here to try to rob me.
You know what?
I ain't got no money though. Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason is live on Dash Talk X, the premier relationship show in the world.
Nobody hits the topics the way we do. Nobody's topics are as well thought out. Nobody has the blueprint that I employ.
No, and they definitely don't have that Wakanda shirt.
Listen here, if you don't shut your heavy, sexy ass up, it's a heavy dose of sexy. God damn you. This shirt is Ramomar.
I know. I was waiting for you to tell everybody. Y'all ain't used to that gold, that cool.
I am the light-skinned king of Wakanda. Its first light-skinned king. I am Gandalf the Beige.
You know not the gray, the beige. He just hit y'all and me on the dome with that one. We went to Middle Earth on it. He went to Middle Earth.
Let me just keep it real with y'all, man. This is what we do. We got great topics for today. But before I even get to the topics, you already know what I have to do. I have to shout out some businesses. Mm-hmm. My favorite business currently, beside my own, Total Package Energy. Do you understand how powerful Total Package Energy is? It's the best energy shot in the world.
Oh, yes, it is. And a friend today was going to drink a Monster, and I told him, go to the website and order Total Package Energy because it's healthier. Monster will kill you.
Listen, man, 0 sugars, 0 carbs, 0 jitters, 0 crash. Mm-hmm. You dig? Amino acids, B vitamins. It was established for high-level athletes, man, to get them through their workouts.
Right.
But I've applied practical uses for it, especially in the driver industry.
Yeah.
If you are, say, a limo driver, a Lyft driver, hell, Denzel could have used it in Equalizer too. He was a Lyft driver.
Yep. That's funny though.
I'm just saying, man, drink Total Package Energy. Go to totalpackageenergy.com and tell them ZoWilliams sent you. Mm-hmm. And I want us to move before the end of the month. Today's the 27th. We've got 3-4 days left? Mm-hmm. Let's move 200 cases.
Right.
It's easy. One person, buy a case. Mm-hmm. 200 cases. www.totalpackageenergy.com. Tell them ZoWilliams sent you. The best energy drink in the world. Buy yourself a case, 12 per case. Mm-hmm. You dig? It's not that expensive for the cost of, say, a movie. You dig? You got a case of Total Package Energy. Right. Tell them Zo sent you. All right?
Don't buy no purple Kush. Buy package. Total
buy packages. Get packages from.
Yeah, exactly.
You fucked up the promo. Go buy some packages.
Because you know the weed have you down. You might need a lift up after all of that.
Go get some packages from Frank Lucas. The fuck?
Frank Lucas.
Frank Lucas.
Hilarious.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of reason is about to take off. I've got a great topic. And it was inspired by this little young badass. I gotta be niggas. I find I gotta be people's daddy. I find that I'm more daddy. Mm-hmm. I'm so much daddy. I'm daddy for other people's kids.
Wow.
That's how much daddy my kids got.
Sometimes it be like that though. The village.
So I seen this little girl's post and I said, what in the feast of Sam Hain is going on? You know how niggas be like, Zoe is a part of the occult. Zoe is Illuminati.
Oh,
the feast of Sam Hain, of course, is where you get Halloween. Mm-hmm. Sam Hain is some old evil pagan wild shit.
A serial killer.
No, I swear it's European, man, where these motherfuckers get Halloween.
Yeah, Valentine's.
I just read shit, nigga. But here we go. The sister posted this shit.
Hilarious.
Now, when I say this shit, shit. I kind of want to take the camera and like show y'all my computer.
Dude, show them.
Let's just, y'all got to see this shit. Look at this post. This is the wildest shit I've ever seen. All right, so I'm going to read it to the Dash listeners.
Right.
It's a freeway overpass sign, and it says, nice boys with morals that will respect me and love me straight ahead. But then the right turn says hood niggas.
And it got me.
And there's a car down at the bottom that says me, making this right turn to go mess with the hood niggas. So the young girl, she's told me a lot about herself, right? Mm-hmm. In becoming my intern. She's told me a lot. So, number one, she loves thug dudes. Right? She loves thugs. Off rip. She loves thugs. She says she can't deal with a square. Right?
Right.
And one of her questions was, and this was to me, was a very profound question.
Okay.
What makes a hood nigga not a good nigga?
Oh, that is a great question.
I was like, wow, okay, we got to do this. So I blended her topic and her questions and her ideas with a question that was brought to me by Antonio Moore, attorney Antonio Moore.
Okay.
Antonio says, oh, you got to do this show. Do black women know what a good black man looks like? Do they even know?
That's some real shit right there.
So then I added my own question. Does black Mr. Right even exist? Because you know women are always looking for Mr. Right. They always looking for Mr. Right. They always looking for Mr. Right. Lord have mercy, Jesus. They always looking for him. Mr. Right, Mr. Right, Mr. Right. Lord have mercy, when is Mr. Right coming? Some is sitting in church waiting on Jesus to drop him off in an Uber. They looking for Mr. Right. Lord have mercy, where is Mr. Right? Tone's question. Do black women know what a good black man looks like? Is Will Smith a good black man as it pertains to marriage and family?
To his woman, he is, I'm sure.
How do we know? Is Denzel Mr. Black Mr. Right to his people and family? What is Mr. Right? What is the definition of right?
Right.
Who defines it?
What is right and what is wrong?
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. And not only who defines it, but who's the author of it? Did you get this narrative from your oppressor? Oh, Jesus, I got questions.
Super real.
I got questions. Can Mr. Right be black at all? Is it even possible for Mr. Right to be a black man? Ooh, I don't know.
Right.
You got people like Carrie Champion saying, hey, I'm opting out of the black struggle.
Yeah, I've heard.
Shit, let's look for other men. Let's date outside the box of black men. Black men got too many problems. Damn. Can Mr. Right even be black at all? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need to hear from ladies. What is your definition of Mr. Right?
I want to hear too.
Why do beautiful women have a hard time finding Mr. Right? Why do independent black women have a difficult time finding, and let me throw this caveat in, keeping Mr. Right?
Keeping him.
Because let me tell you something, an independent, strong black woman can fuck up a free TV dinner.
Right, right.
Here's a box of chicken. Fuck that chicken. Where did it come from? Is it free range? Who fried it? And who did the seasoning, Nick? Oh, shit.
That's funny.
Papa Gijo. I got questions. True or false? Ladies, do you agree or disagree? True or false? Men are life partners, not life savers. I know you don't want to hear the truth. I know you don't want to hear me speak this real shit tonight, but I'm gonna do it.
Gotta be done.
True or false? Men are life partners, not life savers. Fuck.
Yeah, it
What
is.
makes a hood nigga not a good nigga? That comes from our young Clatchet back here. She's classy ratchet.
Classics.
She's Clatchet.
Oh my God.
If he who findeth a wife finds a good thing, amen. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
If he who finds a wife finds a good thing,
Wow.
what does she who findeth a husband find? Oh. Was the Bible biased? If you can't find Mr. Right, at what point, ladies, should a woman settle for Mr. Good Enough?
Yeah. Get it. He going in, y'all.
I'm just saying, you're listening to Dash Radio. We got the realest conversations. We got the realest relationship talk. We talking for grown folk. Don't have no children up in here. We want to talk the truth this evening.
Nothing but the truth.
Huh? Wow. Somebody said, she who findeth a husband findeth a paycheck.
The
number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. I want to hear from ladies who are really having a difficult time understanding these concepts. Yeah, the dig. I just want to know.
Right.
I just want to know. You're listening to ZoWilliams, a.k.a. the voice of reason, on Dash Talk X.
Right.
I'm asking real questions right now because I want to talk to real people. You under dig? I want to talk to real women who are not afraid to own their BS.
Don't be scared.
Answer him, Lord. Answer him. Car wash. Answer him. Answer him, Lord.
I saw that movie in 1,000 years.
Wow. This is crazy right now.
Those questions are great though.
What qualities should a woman look for? Listen to me, ladies. What qualities should a woman look for in a meaningful life partner?
Great question.
I said a meaningful life partner.
Not physical.
Do you even know what meaningful is?
Right.
Can you ascertain meaning if you haven't ascertained your own life purpose?
If you know your life purpose.
Don't fuck up my questions, baby. I see you struggling. You trying to ease in there and fuck them up. Don't you fuck these questions up now.
I'm coming.
I need to know, y'all. Gosh. True or false? If a woman is extremely beautiful, she has a high chance of attracting the wrong guy. Lord have mercy. A guy who may want to use her as a trophy, or a guy who simply objectifies her for her physical beauty. Do beautiful women run that risk? Because men get blamed for a lot of stuff, especially now in today's Me Too society.
Yes, they do.
Men get blamed for a lot of shit women do to themselves. Oh, God. Lord have mercy. True or false? If a woman is looking for Mr. Right, the most important thing is to be Miss Right your goddamn self.
All right now.
Let me tell you again what today's topic is, because Mimi's little delicious, her little delicious self done just slithered into this motherfucker. Does black Mr. Right exist? Do black women know what a good black man looks like? What does he look like, ladies? I need you to call me right now, 323-230-4610. I need you to call me right now, 323-230-4610. I need you to call me right now and tell me what he looks like to you. 323-230-4610. Does black Mr. Right even exist? The phone line is cracking. Caller, you're on the line right now. Talk to us. Caller?
Yes.
Speak
you know
to
it's me. It's Dana.
Dana.
Calling from my office.
Dana from Dana. What up, baby girl? Talk to us.
Hey Dana.
Hey, I was late because I was talking with one of my peers, but I got to hear part of the topic, but I did hear you say a quality man, or do we know what we're looking for, or do women know what a quality black man is and where to look for one,
Yes.
and all that.
So let me just rephrase it for you real quick. Does black Mr. Right exist? Do black women know what a good black man looks like? Can Mr. Right even be black in this society?
Yes.
All right, tell us about it.
I believe we know Mr. Right or Mr. Black Right or whoever he is by knowing ourselves and if we're whole. But if we're not, of course we're going to attract what we are. And we're always going to attract what we are when we don't have our stuff together or what we think it is together. So Mr. Right, you know, he might be looking for a trophy woman or a very beautiful woman, might be seeking that type of man, but they're going to find each other and then they're going to have to deal with each other's baggage.
So true.
That part. I love Dana.
So what I want to say is, a black man is Mr. Right if you are looking for that person that you are. You know, if you're attracting what you are, and if you are whole, then he's right for you.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
I love it.
That person has to be right for you.
Right.
And it's not by your girlfriend's standards, by your mama's standards. And as a woman, you can't allow the pathology of your bloodline or your lineage dictate who you should be with.
Ooh, say more. Go deeper, Dana.
You have to be with who's right for you, but you only know who's right for you by knowing who you are.
Right.
And what you bring to the table.
Yes.
And whatever that is.
Yes,
if
Lord.
If that's blue collar, if that's white collar, you know, there are black men that are good for us. And, of course, they're making enough money or they're not making enough money. But who's right for you? Who can you go to the end with?
Yes. Speak on it, sister.
Who can you go and be in old age with, and that person be right for you and not be dictated by who outside influences?
Yes.
If your friends and your family have more influence in your life than your partner, then that's the problem.
Right.
Where are my
that's
saints?
Always gonna be the problem.
Where are my saints tonight? I need y'all to praise him.
We right here.
That's right. We here. Church saying.
I know. Peaches and Mimi. Hi guys.
Hey.
You guys love Jesus and you love God and you are faithful to your religions, but we rarely on the Voice of Reason talk about how church and religion has an influence over our lives, and it's keeping us single.
Wow.
In a lot of cases, I'm with you there, Dana. It really does.
Because we are worshiping that man that stands in the pulpit, and he becomes our man platonically and then sometimes physically when he shouldn't.
Right.
Hold on. I need somebody to speak in
tongues.
tongues.
Our black man, or the black right man, outside of the church. Because we worshiping him, and he has more influence over us than our man that we lay with all the time.
And that's because they're religious, not spiritual.
You be quiet.
It's true.
We're not going to have another religious conversation with you.
Dana, It's a spiritual thing. I feel you, girl. It's not a religion thing. Because if they worshiping the preacher, they not spiritual. They are religious. I'm a spiritual person. I don't have a religion. I'm a believer in Christ. I don't call myself a Christian.
Christ is part of religion.
He's part of a belief.
No, you be quiet.
Yeah, but some of these people, they worship the pastor like he's God himself.
Thank you.
And some people, they don't go to God for themselves. They go to the pastor for the pastor to go to God for them. But one thing they better know, and two things for sure, you need to go to God for yourself. You need to know him for yourself. This is your temple where you live. You are the temple. So you go into churches, and that's a blessing. But some of those places aren't what they need to be. It's a hospital.
Well,
and some of these people still got cancer.
You single.
Huh? You said what?
Those places are keeping you from being whole, and they're keeping you single.
Oh, no, absolutely. I agree 100%.
I agree too.
I agree 100% on that.
I do.
And and some of the pastors are preaching that because they're trying to get with the whole congregation. There's so much in the game.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let
me tell you guys this right now. Mimi, if I was the pastor of your church,
here we go.
I would damn sure be preaching to that pussy.
He'd be like Richard Pryor in Car Wash.
You understand me?
Which way is up?
I would put together a pussy sermon.
You know what?
He'd be in all white like Richard Pryor. Daddy Rich.
No, but Dana is speaking that real. Dana, wrap this thought up, man. We just got our homeboy Antonio Moore just joined the fray. This shit about to be crazy.
Okay, well, what I wanted to say is that to your questions, though, all of them are yes, but they have to be what's right for you as a woman.
Right.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
all the answers are yes, and we can find everything that we're looking for only when we're willing to humble ourselves and compromise and do the things that we need to do for ourselves and our household without outside influence.
I love it. Thank you so much, baby girl, for the call. We always appreciate your voice.
Big hugs, Dana.
Thank you, girl.
All right, you too. Big hugs to you guys too.
Much love, baby.
Now I'm about to argue with Zoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in to the Voice of Reason, tonight's topic is a heater. Does black Mr. Right exist? Do black women know? Do they even know? Do they even have an original idea of what a good black man looks like? Or has the dominant society tainted their ability to see black men clearly? Are they looking at black men through the lens of white wealth? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Can Mr. Right even be black at all? Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. And let me say this about Mr. Right before I just open it all the way up. Do you know every man you've ever dated is Mr. Right?
Wow.
Even the fucked up ones?
I could see that.
Because every man you ever dated at any particular moment in your life is right for you in that moment.
Never thought about it like that.
Right meaning this motherfucker's here to deliver a lesson.
Right.
Let me tell you something about life, about our reality, the one that we live in today. I gave this analogy earlier today, straight out of the Holographic Relationship book that's coming August 15th.
Y'all, excerpt. We get one.
Yeah.
So if you take a picture, a digital picture, and you zoom in, do you know what happens to the picture?
It distorts.
It pixelates. Distort, but it pixelates into little fragments, little pixels.
Yeah.
Did you know our reality does the same thing? The farther we look into reality, the more it begins to pixelate. It turns into particles.
Right.
Particles turn into what? Quanta. They get smaller and smaller. Quantum physics, that's what it's about. Quanta. Individual light packets. So our reality pixelates. What does that got to do with anything, Zoe? What that means is This is how Mr. Right now is Mr. Right.
Okay.
Because you can only get what you are
At that.
and you can only get as far as you've already come. So guess what? You're getting a pixelated piece of your puzzle in your present interaction.
Wow.
And sometimes you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 experiences to get one whole answer.
Ah, gotcha.
Right.
So a lot of times, cut that motherfucker out of your life. Well, wait a minute. How did he even get here? How did he even get a ticket to your right now?
Right.
He got a ticket to your right now because you and him are right where each other are, respectively.
Right.
Mr. Right represents Mr. Right now.
Right.
Do you understand that?
That's deep.
Sometimes the most hurtful and dogged motherfuckers in our lives come with the biggest, most valuable lessons.
Agreed.
Oh, shit.
Totally agree.
Let me just get it in here right now. Of course, Mimi, Michelle Dukes just walked in. Everybody say what's up to Mimi.
Hey, what's up?
Also, the big homie, you know him as Tone Talks.
What up, Tone?
You know, Tone don't argue with opinion. He argues with data.
In fact.
I'm mad I miss Dana.
Yeah, Dana just
I'm mad I miss Dana.
She just set it off right now.
Dana is, let me say this.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah,
Dana, Dana, I know you still listening. I cut a clip of what you said 2 shows back and used it on my show. So you better start watching my show. I'm still a guest though. Dana, you are lit and you bring that real. Thank you for calling in.
Dana from Dina, we love her.
That's right.
So again, it was Tone's idea to bring this concept to me. Do black women even know what a good man looks like? When you were thinking about this topic, Antonio, what was running through your mind? What gave you the impression that black women's ability to see men as they are, black men in particular, right, was off, was skewed? What led you to this question? Talk to me, brother.
Well, it's a trip because I think one of the things that happened is we let a lot of people pull a lot of cons. You know, we sit up and we talk about, I heard you setting the show up and we talk about thugs and hood niggas. Them niggas be at their grandma's house. You at your grandma's house with a washer and dryer trying to tell me about being a thug and a hood nigga. And it's like you can cut this. What's funny about like the way my project is working is like people really ain't seen this kind of aggression with the data.
Okay.
So like, you know, I'm a dude. I've been shot before and took the ambulance ride that you don't want. You know, but you wouldn't know that. But then you'll find a dude that got cornrows who came from Ladera or came from the 80s block with his grandmama and his grandpops. And they really love him and they really done took care of him. He just trying to fit in with the hip hop culture.
Right.
So kind of what got me into looking at this thing is like, some of y'all don't even really like a hood nigga. You like a fake hood nigga. So you like the dude that's perpetrating, that turned 30 and started banging.
You know,
a dude, for real. Dude got all his tattoos at 33. At once.
That's hilarious.
And so it's a trip because then, like, do you like him or do you like the fact that he's willing to play your game with you?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think one of the things that I'm seeing that is the result of this extreme wealth calcification, because it ain't about the data, it's about what's happening around us because we feel it, is everybody running. And so whoever could tell me that Tulsa real estate story or whatever it is, I like him. And I think that also like hip hop kind of mutated everything where stuff that wasn't like when I did the documentary with Freeway Rick, one of the things that's interesting is first, Freeway Rick don't seem hood, but him and Tookie the hood is
I
dudes.
know Rick is real chill.
You would never think that Freeway Rick is like at the bottom of the dope game. He just seemed like a regular dude.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that's interesting is it wasn't cool to be the dope boy before like hip hop. It was like something you hid away. Yeah. And so what made me start dealing with this is that this new generation that came up, they don't know that there was a time that cornrows and tattoos on the neck was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why are you looking like that?
Why are you with this guy? But like because of music and the projection of success through that, and because of the lack of wealth that comes out of college now, just dead. Our whole idea of what is attractive is just on his head. I think a lot of people like hood dudes because they give away stuff. Honestly, so like
they give away what?
So like if you a dude that sell packs and you come up on 20 grand, 15 grand, you might just give him 5 grand because you can't count. It's real easy. It's real easy to be with somebody who can't count. So like if you were a college dude that actually make his money, if you were a college dude that make his money in checks with taxes and all that, he gonna set out his stuff like, I'm not really paying for that dinner now. But if you with a dude who just make his money in a lump real fast, you can be with him and he might just leave something on the counter for you that he shouldn't be leaving. How many people gonna say, I'll give that back to you? Versus like, oh, give me that $2,000 so I go shopping. And I think all of that is mixed in. It's like, and everybody not really being honest with themselves about the fun of it all and why it's fun. The recklessness of it all. You know, you want to teach at Crenshaw, but you want that money that come from weed. Oof. So why? I ain't never dated a broad that did check fraud. If you told me you did check fraud on the first date, we done. I'm not asking you for no steak. How can you pay for my stuff?
Right.
So this is the question. It's like, why do you like this guy? Do you really like that he has swag? Do you really like that he's cool? Or do you like the recklessness of we never know what the next moment brings? And are you ready for the consequence of that?
Woo.
Wowzer.
Sound like a Sister Soldier book up in here.
Let me just say it like this, and then I'm gonna throw it to the ladies because they got shit to answer right now. They got questions to answer.
His eyes turning color.
We can't live in a Me Too world. In a world that proposes toxic masculinity when in fact you're attracted to the most toxic of men. Because when we ask the women, who are you more attracted to, the square or the thug or the bad boy or the good guy? You got white women running around here writing books talking about men love bitches.
Right.
Yeah.
You got people who write books talking about how women love the dog.
Right.
Well, if he loved a dog, how can we also have a Me Too moment having that same time?
Right.
Yeah.
How can you then turn around and say, oh, hyper masculinity has run amok when you choose the most hyper masculine amongst us? Speak for yourself, ladies. Mimi.
So one thing Tone mentioned was that some of these men, they go out, they're 30, they're 33, they're getting tattoos, and they're trying to do, some are trying to be hip-hop-ish, and some of them are trying to, act like they're banging. But my thing is, I'm the type of person, male or female, if I hang out with you for a segment of time, and I don't know what that time looks like. I don't know if that's a week, a day, an hour,
whatever.
or a moment. It ain't gonna last a year when I see you fake. So for me, I'm too real for a dude to be my dude and be weak and fake because I'm too strong. I'm going to recognize his weakness right away because I'm too strong for someone to be with me that's weak. I'll be too much for them, actually. They'll actually say, woo, I love her because she, man. But it won't work out. So I said all that to say I would detect that, but he is right. There are women that go for that. But me, myself, I detect that right away. Also, I think that a lot of times people perpetrate on what they think the other's opposite sex would like. So if a man is out here and he's trying to floss like he got money, he doing that because he thinks she wants to date someone with some money, or he's gonna lie and say he does the XYZ, or she's gonna lie and say she does XYZ. So I think it's a lot of games being played in the dating world. You really don't know who you're dating. They could tell you they are a doctor and really they not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just turn their phone off, talking, I'm with the whoever. And so the thing about it is you gotta analyze people and ask questions, and if it doesn't feel right, it may not be right.
Wow, that's interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Yep.
Peaches.
Good points.
I'm a lot like Mimi. We come from a similar place, and weakness is detected. It's like I could smell it coming. You know, I'm not attracted to weak men at all. And I have to correct myself on something, y'all. The last time I said I never dated a beta, remember that?
You know,
I was
you
married
have. I already
to one.
told you did.
I had to think about it. My ex-husband was the beta. That's why it didn't work out.
That ain't why it
But
didn't.
he had a exterior, excuse me, host. He's so happy I admitted that shit. But
right.
he
You don't
had
get to just walk past that shit after you went
I
shows.
missed my ex-husband.
Right.
No, I'm saying he was a beta. I had to think. I missed that. But he had an exterior that fooled me as
it didn't.
alpha because he presented himself as that until like the representative disappeared after a year. But it was too late then. I was married to him.
We were kind of on a roll until you started
I
fucking
admitted something. You should be happy.
And soft shoeing and shit.
I had to think about that. This conversation made me think.
And let me explain something to you. When will women understand? This ain't just for women. See, a lot of times they say, oh, Zoe jumping on the women. Zoe jumping on the women. This is for people. This is for humans.
Everybody.
You ain't shit.
Gay, straight, nothing.
So you magnetize shit. Shit falls into your orbit. Do you understand?
Right.
Bullshit falls into your orbit, so bullshit can be resolved.
Right.
Relationship fuselage.
So let's roll this back because Mimi brought up a point about what makes a man do certain things. He gonna think that that's attractive to women. Now, one of the things that's interesting is to look at both of our sexes to see how you talk about hip hop as an example. The culture of hip hop actually changed things. I worked on a documentary with Rick before we did Cracking the System called Planet Rock, the history of cracking hip hop on MTV.
I saw that one.
Well, before hip hop, didn't nobody want to be no crack dealer.
That's right.
Right.
You know, after hip hop, everybody wanted to admit the whole Jay-Z version of the crack dealer,
glorified version.
And so the reason why I'm bringing all that up is to say we don't see that with our women. One, because women aren't expected to pay for things. You're just not expected to buy me things. If that happens, okay, but it's not part of the natural baked in pound cake. But secondly, you just didn't have the explosion of like black women going to jail and black women in hip hop. You had a few, but it wasn't projected as this is the way that black women make money. Instead, you had Oprah.
Right.
Instead, so what's interesting is this mutation of what makes a man attractive became something like what 50 was talking about, where it's like jail is attractive because then he at the studio, then he gonna make records about his jail experience.
Right.
And it's weird because it was almost subconscious in some ways. They baked it in. They baked it in so far that you can have somebody again, like in View Park or Ladera, two parents, old, and one's a doctor, and they looking out for dudes that have that imagery. For what reason? You don't even know what come with that. You don't even know. You don't know that you got to go over to his house, and he might not have both sofa and a love seat, but it's 4 people in there. So somebody got to sit on the ground. Right. I'm just saying, I
only got a sofa and an ottoman.
I'm just saying,
futon
where you got to shake the handle on that toilet seat.
You know what? But I want to chime in on something you said. So I agree with you. I think now hip hop has made everyone want to live this life or say they live that life. But I grew up in the 80s, and I will tell you that ballers were popping. Okay, so cracking. So all that information, I don't know. The girls I knew was trying to get with the niggas in the Nissan trucks, the Suzuki Samurais, with them Dayton, with the you know what I'm saying, with the kids, with all the bells and whistles, and we couldn't hear you hitting the block. You wouldn't doing nothing, and that's what the girls like. And I just feel like it's just taken to the next level of what you're saying. But I think all along women like that.
Where the money come from, though?
Right. But that wasn't the point. The point was you just said that the reason I said this is this. You said that they didn't like look at men that were doing doughboys back in the day is only into the hip hop. And I'm just saying back then, you know, hip hop was fresh, but girls have always been the type. If you are shining, you're shining. You know, that's just like a shiny girl. She don't have to have a weave. She could just be shiny with a bald head, but she's shining.
Let me put Can I just answer that a little bit?
Let me just say one thing real quick.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna come to you.
We go to the 70s and we look at heroin in New York. You know, I got aunties that was there. When you came from Mississippi to New York, even if you was a light-skinned, beautiful woman, it was a standard where you can't mess with that dude that do that heroin. What happened in the 80s is what happened in the 80s is a kind of normalizing, and I'm not saying that hip hop in and of itself
did it alone.
But what it did is it made it a legalized visual on it very quickly. I'm talking about 84, 85. Right. If you go to 79, 80, like 79, 80, literally, and literally people were hiding the fact that they did this. They had the cars and stuff, but they weren't saying I'm a dope boy as a career.
You know why? Because it's supposed to be a secret anyway. I mean, if you out here telling everybody that you a sucker,
you
want I'm a dope boy.
That's what they was doing.
No, right. I'm saying, but look, you know, I just feel like they're not going to expose that. But I think anybody back in the day, they like the bad boys. I don't care if it was the beginning of time. If you're a bad boy and you got an edge, you got action. So I just feel like the action has just gotten expanded on steroids. So I see what you're saying, but I just feel like the bad boy-ism game has been popping from day one.
So then let's go to Peaches, and then I'm going to wrap that thought up. And we're going to get to the phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. Tonight's topic: Mr. Black Right is a myth. He's not real. Does Mr. Black Right even exist? Mr. Black Right. Not just Mr. Right, but the black version. Is he real? Let's go, Peaches.
I'm just gonna piggyback off of both of y'all real quick. The thing is about the 80s is that, you know, Tone, I have to disagree because I was one of the chicks out there, the fly girls. That's what they call us. Rick knows me well. He know where I come from. I come from the streets of Los Angeles, selling dope with the fellas, with the hoodie on. That's how I met my son daddy, slinging dope, buying big weight by myself in high school. So there were those girls out there that was getting the money just like the dudes were, and the dudes were getting, you know, then you had that baller that made more than you. They didn't mind doing what you said, leaving money on the table. Here, baby, go shopping. But guess what? When you get back from shopping, he might beat your ass. So there was a repercussion to everything. And like Zoe said, it's a lesson in it. You know?
Watch me hit all you motherfuckers upside the head. Ladies, I hear you justifying your attraction to the worst of us.
Yes, we were.
This is what I want y'all to deal with tonight. Ask about your character. If you would justify. Listen. Nikki Barnes. Frank Lucas. Blew up.
Balling.
Women love it.
$50,000 full-length mink chinchilla.
Right. The best.
Deals with the Italian mafia. Dealing with South Korea to bring in blue magic. Does it not speak to the character of women who would look past the carnage that happened in Harlem? I'ma fuck this man. I'ma love this man. I'ma give this man kids. So long as the dirt I know he doing doesn't affect me. Because if it affects me, then I will snitch. Let's talk about what attracts a woman to the darkness in a man. Because instead of justifying it, because this I don't want to put her on. I don't want to put her on blast. I spoke to a young girl who said she's attracted to dope dealers, and I'm saying, do you know the end result of dope dealing? What it do to the people? What it does to the community? If you went to UCLA, young lady, you got your degree, but you still performing check fraud. You still stealing niggas social security cards and numbers and running credit card scams, and you still fucking with a dope dealer because you want to live that life. How can I trust your man picker?
Ooh.
Speak to that part, ladies.
Let me just say, Beyonce is the perfect example of a woman attracted to a street nigga. She married Jay-Z. If you listen to the lyrics in all her songs, and that these young ladies, like the one,
you're not answering my question.
I'm answering it. They listening to ballin'. He's a baller. He's a this. If you listen to the first lyrics of Destiny Child, it's all about balling. What did she do? She married a street thug dope dealer. You're attracted to what you are not.
Yeah, but Jay-Z ain't no street dealer.
He was.
He wasn't. Like he wasn't.
I'm
not guessing.
He perpetrated.
Like I'm saying, but neither here nor there. I'm saying she was attracted to a dude that stayed in the house like she did. Like, let's just get real with it. I'm saying we love people. We love people who reflect just parts of what we really want. Cause like this, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. I think one of the things that we're seeing in this discussion is the perfect challenge, which is, are we being honest about what 1965 Mississippi looked like? In 1965 Mississippi, if they had hooch, but like my auntie was light skinned and she couldn't deal with the hooch man because her daddy would never allow her to deal with the hooch man. So he set a value system from church, from his representation, that's below what we deal with. By the time you get to the 80s in LA, you have this justification of the bad guy can be made good. The reformed bad guy.
So you think in 65, if somebody's daddy don't like the boyfriend that they just didn't date?
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said, though. But don't reframe it.
Hold on, everybody give each other a chance to
don't reframe it. I'm saying that I've actually talked. My aunt is.
That's one person. I'm just saying.
But I'm just using one example right now.
Okay.
I'm saying to you that the imagery of a black man, because of industrial revolution, the kind of jobs they have, what they were able to provide, what you ended up seeing is that there was a certain level you didn't go beneath. But like by the time you get to the 80s in Los Angeles, there is a social denial about what the bottom is, so that you recast it as though this has always been happening. I'm not wrong for it. And then society don't put you in jail for it. They don't touch you. They just touch, everybody looks at just Rick as the demon dude. Dude had like 5 women with safes in them. 5 women with houses with safes in them.
I don't look at it.
I'm talking about socially, not you. You guys, you said you sold it. Yeah, so how you gonna look at it?
I know the Freeway Rick boys.
Hey, there's people that
Cordell, Mark, I know all of them.
But I'm saying that's because you two are too close. I'm talking about socially.
Tone, let Mimi and Peaches respond to you. Set them up with a question for you, brother.
Yeah.
Well, this is the question. Like, do you believe that at the same percentage of women, the school teacher fresh from like the equivalent of UCLA was dating the equivalent of a dope dealer in 1955 Mississippi?
What did he say? I'm sorry, I was talking to Phil. I'm trying to tell him to. Okay, so go ahead, Mimi.
Let Mimi answer.
Then I'll answer it.
Well, I just have to say, all throughout history, even from the beginning of time, they bought, and so people brought their children to be sold to the next man. So I think all through life, I think money and what you have and bad boys and all these different things always played a part. So I don't think it's something new. I think everything that's happening in life has already been happening prior to now. So I just feel like this is just something on steroids. It started off here, and now it's here. And I understand your point, but this is something that's been going on long ago. Buying and selling and sex and who got the money and who don't. People were trying to set their kids up with the dude in the neighborhood who got the money. Some daddies was out there, you need that boy down the street there. Stay away from Day-Day and them. You know you want to be with them. And this is back in the 1800s. And there was a Day-Day probably back then. So the point that I'm making is that there's always been bad boys, good boys, and what your parents want you to be with. And they want you to be with the best. Believe me, they not picking out the brokest nigga on the block. They may not want you to be with the dope dealer, but you like him and you gonna go see him if you like him.
Now
okay,
Peaches.
I think since before slavery, especially since slavery, that black people have had to deal with a way to make things happen financially, and Of course, illegally isn't always the best answer, but they sold moonshine. If it wasn't selling moonshine, like you said, selling hooch or whatever, they were selling ass. If they wasn't selling ass, they were selling somebody else's ass. It was just always something. Heroin was big. Nicky Barnes wouldn't have made that money when he made it if people weren't trying to find a way to eat during an economic nothingness for black people. You know, you had the Great Depression, black people was broke. They found a way to make money. I mean, I just think that
but you asked and just answer this one question. Can I pose it again?
Pose it again. Yes.
Pose it again.
The girl who's a UCLA grad that came from View Park.
Okay.
And has two parents that are professionals.
Two professional parents.
The equivalent of her in Mississippi, 1955. You're telling me that was she dating the hooch man?
She might have
the moonshine man. That's what you believe.
She might have been.
Oh no, let me tell you something right
She
here.
would not.
First of all, I went to Westchester High School. I know all about View Park and this side of town and that side of town. I'm telling you some real stuff. People like what they like. You can shape it up how you want. People like what they like. That's it and that's all. If they like you, way you look, your swag, you coming in, you commanding power. First of all, gets people and women and men. First of all, men listen to other men in power. When you are powerful, you command attention on every level of the game.
And so this is what I'm saying happened as a result of not having two parents, the church falling out. What ended up happening is a social dishonesty about like, I'm doing this, but I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because society allows it. I'm doing this because I want mine. And so what ended up happening is I'm saying that shift that you're talking about is the commercialization of bad acts in Black America. All right. So what ended up go ahead.
No, because you guys are missing the crucial point here. I asked a question earlier about what is it in women
that attract
that is attracted to the darkness of men. Because you have to understand, we living in a time, this Me Too. Right? There's you know, we going after Bill Cosby. We going after everybody who ever did anything wrong to a woman right now. Who are going after the darkness of masculinity. They've even labeled it toxic masculinity. So listen. How can you live a double life, ladies, when in fact you are attracted to the very darkness you're trying to control?
Because it's within ourselves, that darkness that we're trying to control. I mean, women, I have to get biblical. I know woman sin first. You know, I'm just saying we started the shit.
Listen, hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
Let me just say something to you real quick before we move any further. If you mention one more motherfucking Bible verse,
thou should not. For real.
Don't you mention no goddamn
Bible.
But
it's back to the question. I think it's something in us that's just attracted to what we are not or what we want to be secretly. There's a secret part of us that likes that bad boy because of that reason. I think it's just something that's in us that maybe we should turn away from.
But is it your lower self? Is it your higher self?
It has to be our lower self. It's not the higher self.
Well, I just had a thought, an analogy, right?
Okay.
Back in the day, the white woman, she wanted the black man that was out cleaning up the fields.
Oh.
She made him a pie, brought him in, had a great time. He is supposed to be working. She got a husband inside, but she taking a chance with danger. That's danger. Your husband will kill you if he catches you doing that. This is an example of what I'm saying. He doesn't even have the money. She got the money, but she want that. And how many white women today and moving forward date a black man, and I bet you they family ain't excited. I bet you when they bring him home, they like, you dating Timothy? Where's Dan? You feel me? I like Dan from school. And they still date Timothy because that's what they like. So my point is, Tone is right from the perspective. Some people would listen to their parent and do the right thing. All I'm saying is that some people like living on the edge, and I think it's all about what you like. But you're right. Some people would listen to Dad, Lamert Park. I get what you're saying, 65. But I also feel like from day one, people like what they like, and danger is part of the game.
Okay, but this is Mimi.
Back to Tone's point.
Wait, can I get Mimi to just say the majority of women like the darkness in men?
I think so. I think that the majority of women. I think the majority of women they like the darkness in men, but they don't. When they're looking at it, they don't look at it like it's the dark. They look at it as like what they're attracted to. They're not even really looking at what that equals to, unless they start seeing activity and seeing what he does. But see, some guys that are in the dark, they treat you different than what they do in the streets. You know, that's just like, no, seriously, that's just like if you're at work, you treat your people at work different than you treat your friend on the block, or different from your grandma. All these different people get different parts of you. So okay, go ahead.
Because I got a point here.
Y'all have fired her up.
I love it. I love fired up Mimi. I've had women walk away from me.
Why?
After I've broken them down to the point where they've seen themselves for the first time.
Yeah, you're powerful. See, the thing
I've
had women be like, "Fuck that! I want to smoke a blunt."
Yeah.
Get high.
That's what you're speaking to.
And fuck that.
I want to aloof. See this, and Zoe, this is what happened with mass incarceration too. Forget just hip hop. Mass incarceration has mutated this whole value system of what is a dark man. So like in a lot of ways, I don't think we understand the raw number of black men. We've never seen in any modern society go to jail. We got more black men between 20 and 39 incarcerated than 9 countries with 2 billion people with a B. We only got 10 million black men, black adult men. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is we don't even see we don't see a bottom. It's like a bottomless pit in terms of our valuation system. We think of these things that are really bad red flags. I've committed check fraud and stolen from my grandmama, but I'm better now. And we'll compare that.
Or if you're doing that for me in our relationship, I'll look the other way.
And we'll compare that. Hold on. And this is the one critique I have about the analogy is, well, actually I have two. The first is the raw number of white women that were doing that act of trying to have sex with black men hardly compares to what I'm talking about, which is the social normalization of black women really being able to date across a spectrum without social judgment. Wow. So you can have a master's from UCLA. You don't want to go to jail, but you want the bread that comes from going all the risk. Mm-hmm. And so you date that dude to have that fun because work is too hard. I don't want another dude that talk to me like what I get at work. I want to be aloof off of work. And so then you can be with this dude. You get to use his risk to have a great fun life. And I think that in some ways there's no honesty about that going on right now. There's I don't do that. I don't take advantage of people.
But you know what? I would say that's part of society's design, because a woman unchained in this society, I believe, can get darker than a man.
Oh yeah.
See, because I
have to be darker.
Because listen.
Yeah, women get treacherous.
A woman who want to get snatched by that throat while she getting fucked. A woman who want that ass slapped while she getting pile drive.
Exactly.
There's a passion in women that has been suppressed by masculinity in this society.
In society, yes.
So there's a certain level of motherfucker, I'll black out on your ass, and I like it when a nigga is like that.
Yeah, and that's like what Tom was talking about, that 1955 woman that want that bad boy. She been suppressed by her whole family all her life. You going to school. You going to church.
But wait a minute. Tone is right when he says there's a lack of honesty.
Oh, yeah.
And I think women need to step up and say, nigga, I'm dark.
Yeah.
And I like the dark in you. The problem with women is y'all want your cake and you want to eat it too. Yes. You want to control the darkness and label and judge the darkness while partaking in the darkness.
Explain that. Hey, Zoe, a nerdy hood nigga?
No, not at all.
A nerdy hood nigga?
Not me.
Nerdy hood nigga.
See, he said a nerdy hood
Come on.
nigga. I married one of them.
Come on. See?
What happened to me?
I divorced his
but
ass
you got
too.
married though.
And I divorced his corny ass too.
See, but he got you.
Listen to you.
Like you
I
proved it.
I did that for you though.
The youngster sitting right behind me told me she need to hear this nigga say, sit your ass down. We ain't doing that shit. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, she just. But
she need to hear that.
A nerdy hood nigga say that to you too.
Shit, I've seen. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna tell y'all something real.
You a nerdy hood nigga? What you talking about now?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in here with three nerdy hood niggas.
Here
One,
we go.
two,
Phil,
three.
she done called this
Nerdy hood nigga. That's not what it is. She done redefined it.
Three nerdy
That's not what I'm talking about.
You know what?
Phil, she over here and she shooting. Phil wants the bus.
Hey, look, hey, on some real stuff though, it's some nerdy dudes that can act crazier than some of these dudes that acting like they hard. Don't you ever get that twisted. It's some nerdy dudes. First of all, half these people that pull off these crimes, when they show their picture on the news, you be like, him? Every time it's a him, it ain't never Tyrone and Day Day that you know he coming.
Nah.
It's always somebody looking like they going to the library with a book in their hand.
Now listen,
so let me
now
tell you
Mimi,
something.
get your ass in there and make them tacos so I can sneak up from behind you. You know what this is.
You want to shoot everybody like that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's wrong with that? That sounds like fun.
That's a good time.
Okay.
Shit, slap me, spank me, pull my hair.
And eat these motherfucking tacos.
Shit,
All right, listen. I'm about to open up the phone lines, man. Tonight's topic is on fire. The voice of reason knows how to do it. It's the real show right now. Does black Mr. Right even exist? Do black women know? Do they even know what a good black man look like? Or would she call him a nerd?
She wouldn't know.
Can Mr. Right even be black? I guess not on The Bachelor. Okay. Why do beautiful women have a hard time finding Mr. Right? That's not Mr. Right. That's Mr. Fantasy. That's Mr. Projection. She's looking for a nigga to get away from who she really is. Oh my God. True or false? Men are life partners, not life savers. Oh Lord. Ladies, call in right now if you're pro T'Challa or Killmonger. Who you fuck with? Is Martin Luther King Mr. Right or is Malcolm Mr. Right? Ooh. Who you want? Huh? Light side, dark side. I'm going to tell you right now, most women want dark side and they want to be able to put a leash on dark side.
Yep.
You ain't gonna never be dark to me, but that's what I fuck with. Ladies, talk about your attraction to darkness. Stop blaming men's. Sitting here blaming men because your pussy get wet over the darkness.
Shoot. I can't even blame the man because it's like I have options, and if I chose the one I chose, I made that choice. I mean, shoot, the options are there, right? So if I made the option and the option is someone that's a little edgy, you know, but the thing about it is, it's not that I'm looking for someone dark. I'm looking for someone who is stronger than me. And I see them in spirit as that. I feel like when I'm with them, they add to what I got going. It doesn't have to be money. I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually. Because money, let me tell you something. Everybody can have some money. I'm talking about, do we connect? Where's the organic in it? So I said all that to say, I like a man to tell me to sit down and put me in my place. I don't want to control you. I don't want to run the house either. I don't want you to just be telling me what to do all day, but I want to see your strength. I don't want to think I could just tell you shut up and you listening to me. I want him to say, what you say?
Okay.
He's so stupid.
Hey, Tone, get the final thought before we go to the phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Who do you want? Malcolm X in the Nation or Sonny Red? Go ahead.
I think that goes to like Bobby's point when he was in and he was talking about like what the music and pop culture does. I think that now people don't really understand how like raw the thing you're asking for is. Because there was a time where the guy that Denzel played in Fences was dark because he cheated on his wife.
How about it?
But now it's like dark is this weird kind of like outside dude. Right. You know, and it's weird because I think that in many ways you get young women that talk about being talked to like a prostitute. Right. It ain't really like some regular stuff like woman, you know, we leaving now kind of stuff. It's really on some
bitch. Come on,
it's really on some harshness and so
disrespect.
I feel like about that. I feel like
the music took out the love. So now you got a whole generation of people that don't even know how to be loved. They don't even know how to be talked to.
I agree.
And so,
I agree.
And
I
the
agree.
last thought I'll just add to that is I think that in some ways I come back to it, and I think that mass incarceration mixed with this lack of jobs. You see young black men, they're not coming out of UCLA and making, considerably more than the guy that cut hair. So you don't really understand the gap between them because society has basically made them the same. In fact, he's probably more annoying because he came out of UCLA, talk about stuff, but he don't have no wealth to show the difference. And so now it's like, I'd rather just be with the dude who cut hair. I don't care that he don't pay his child support, and that's why he cut hair.
So watch this.
I know so
motherfucking equality hunting ass motherfuckers.
Right.
Y'all looking for equality. You know of sisters with high level degrees that fuck with thugs. You know of sisters with high level degrees and high level employment that fuck with quote unquote bad boys.
Yep.
True or false? Educated black men attracted to are there educated black men that are attracted to female drug dealers? And how would motherfuckers accept black men that are highly educated fucking with prostitutes, fucking with the Kim Kardashians of the world or the motherfucking Amber Roses of the world? How would they be looked at?
Another group is the Africans. They don't have this. Like the Africans, they marrying like regular people. They looking out for like regular dudes with regular jobs like that. I'm not talking about every last one of them, but I'm talking about the non-Americanized ones because they're not infiltrated with this craziness of this, this hip hop, this music. There was a convergence of hip hop, that dope money, and just overall like the lack of standards that come out of. We pulled out of the church. I'm not advocating for the church, but the value system that you get in the church, we just started to create a whole new norm. And then when the thing go wrong, though, we got an excuse, though.
All right, here we go. The phone lines are opening up. Ladies, I want to hear the bad boy, the good guy. Talk to me about your just powerfully magnetic attraction to the darkness in men. I want to hear from ladies who want to get choked. I want to hear from ladies who feel wanted when a man grabs them by the arm and says, "Get your ass over here." Y'all love that. Call us.
Only when I'm naked.
323-230-4610. The phone lines are open. We're talking about Mr. Right and Mr. Wrong, and can he even be black? We're talking about toxic masculinity. We're talking about the Me Too movement. We talk about the whole thing. True or false? Would educated black men that are attracted to black female drug dealers be socially accepted?
At the family reunion, right?
At the family reunion, can he come through? Can he bring her to the 4th of July fucking fireworks and barbecue? Can she come? 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Yeah, you gotta roll. You gotta turn your life down so we can hear you. Caller.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Hello, bro.
Yes, you online. What's happening? Yes. Hello. Yes, you're here, brother. Speak.
Hey.
Oh wow. Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry. Can you rephrase the question? I've been on hold for like 30 minutes, bro. I'm sorry.
Have you been listening to the show?
Yeah, it's hard to listen and try to say hello at the same time. I'm sorry.
All right, so you do have an opinion about what we've been talking about, yes?
Yeah, I think women are attracted to like the drug dealers and the bad boys because I don't know, it's more like exciting for them.
That's what I told this youngster back here.
Yeah. But at least
they don't really know what they want also, and I feel like, it's like they want a dude that they feel like they can change.
Mm-hmm.
Fixer.
Which is I don't know, which is kind of like a sticky situation because, it's either like, there's like what you said, the beta males and the alpha males. So it's like, I think when they go for like, I think they go for like a drug dealer who they might consider as an alpha. What's she shaking her head like that for?
This man is watching the video. Man, just finish talking now. Shit.
Why her feet up?
What's she talking about?
They just want to do that they could change. They just want to do that they think that they could change.
All right. Hey, man, we appreciate the call. And more importantly, we appreciate you holding on. Thank you so much.
I was shaking my head.
I was shaking mine too,
I
but
only
it wasn't
think
directed towards
it
him.
went, it went toward him though.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Caller.
I'm calling from LA.
What up? What's the deal?
What's going on with it, man? It's Courtney. What's happening with y'all?
We chilling, man.
what's
Are
up,
you
Courtney?
listening? Are you listening to the show?
Yeah, I'm guaranteed, man, guaranteed.
What's your thoughts?
Man, I look at that situation and I say that, it's an awkward situation because why are women attracted to men that they claim that is not acceptable to them? Oh, I want this dream dude or whatever the case may be. And it's a chase for the money. Like my man said, the hip hop and the music and the things of that nature has perpetuated a certain kind of lifestyle that we have to live. And due to the fact of that, that's what women are attracted to. They want that kind of guy. They want that bad boy. They want that guy that's going to seem somewhat dangerous and have that dope money. But at the same time, like you said, do y'all know the outcome of that? Do you know what the repercussions of that situation is? And I just find it to be a little bit awkward because, you find black women don't necessarily appreciate a normal black man that's trying to live life by the guidelines and,
He's a square. He's a weirdo.
Yep.
You just gotta slap the bitch every
And
now
the white
and
bad boy can come on Wall Street. Let's call it that way too.
Right.
The white bad boy could be on Wall Street.
But you can tell their person. It's their persona. It's not the race. It's the persona. You can have someone
But that's the thing. But it's the thing. Like, why do I have to be that to be a
attractive?
Mimi, you know my
let's
situation.
let him finish.
All right. Mimi, you know my situation. So my situation is I'm not that kind of I'm not that kind of dude no more. I let that
Oh
side
shit!
of myself
You
go
know
because I
him, Mimi?
He on Mimi show.
Oh, this the homie.
You know what I'm
Courtney
saying?
Bates, the comedian.
Oh, what's up, my nigga?
Yeah.
Hey, Mimi, you know them slippers?
He been texting me for a minute. Said he been
He just busts out like we like.
No, we ain't got no slippers going on crazy.
But no, what I'm saying is this is like, why do I have to be that guy? Like, that's who I have to be outside in the world. Like, that's what I have to show to the rest of the world if necessary. When I come home, I don't have to do that with you because you're not my enemy. You're my teammate. You're my team member. So I don't have to show that side. So for you to want to have to see that, then that shows that there's some kind of deep-rooted problem that you may have.
Well, I'm talking about butt naked. I'm talking about being butt naked, honey. So you're not getting it. I mean, I want it beat up. I want somebody to put me in the bed and slap it around. That's what I'm talking about. Because these dudes nowadays got on. These dudes got on these skinny jeans nowadays, licking their lips with some purses and stuff. So if I want me a real dude to make sure they not dipping in no booty, that's my thing. Yeah. Nowadays, you got to make sure no booty dipping is happening. For real, these boots is dipping booty like it ain't nothing. You hear me?
Want you to stick their finger in their ass.
If I start noticing you softer than me, you feel me? If you softer than me, we walking in the restaurant and you like, oh my God, they're looking. I'm worried about you now. Is he scared at the restaurant? We eating tacos and rice and beans.
But he talking about her point. He talking about the intern's point.
No, he said
Hey,
Mimi.
Courtney. Hey, man, let me just say this real quick, man. I appreciate you for calling in, but I got to move on. We got a lot of callers. Thanks again for your input.
Later, Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney.
All right. Dang.
Courtney been trying to get
this show is wild right now. This show is wild. Listen, if you're just tuning in to the voice of reason, a real conversation has broken out. If you want to join the conversation, all you got to do is get to your phone lines right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I'm taking callers. I want to hear from women. Who do you prefer? The diplomatic T'Challa? Or the raw dog gangster Killmonger?
You know what?
Who do you prefer, ladies?
Killmonger went to MIT.
He went to MIT, that's right. Tonight's topic, does black Mr. Right exist? Do black women even have the capacity to know what a good black man looks like if he was standing right in front of them? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I want to hear from ladies tonight. I want to hear from them. Right. Call us 323-230-4610. I always use this example. Did you guys see Planet of the Apes?
Yes. Which one? The old ones or the
the new ones?
Some of them.
With Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
Women like Koba.
Yeah.
Koba was the opposite of Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
Koba didn't fuck with humans
at all
because they tortured him.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear my man Caesar, I did not start this war.
Hilarious.
It was an ape named Koba.
Why you gotta sound just like
So
Caesar?
again, they tried to frame the followers of Koba tried to frame Caesar as soft because he had diplomatic relations and negotiations
Complexity.
with the humans. He had nuance. He had complexity. He couldn't be put in a box.
Right.
He's like, hold on, man. They got some resources that we might need to be, we got to get some of this stuff. We got to talk to them.
Man,
Caesar loves
stop
humans.
it.
And
He
Koba
did.
got pussy.
Yeah, he did.
Because Koba was willing to kill. And I'm telling you, pussy loves darkness.
But also, Zoe, you making a great point because I also think there's a blunt instrument kind of reality to that guy. He becomes a blunt instrument to use like a hammer.
Exactly.
And so what's interesting about what happens with the guy that's the other way is, you know how many young women like your CD? Can you give your CD to the woman that loves Koba?
No. You know why? Because that CD
is going to break her down.
It's going to break her down. And most women don't want to be broken down because most women have been socialized to accept the lie, the fantasy, the projection,
So let's finish
the potential.
that. Let's finish that last
and
thought.
they can't handle the
Zoe.
truth about themselves.
So let's finish that. Is it about being with the dark guy or avoiding yourself? And I'm not saying it's the answer is always the same.
Right.
It's not always the same. Some people are actually with that dark guy for what Mimi said.
Yeah. Right.
But what I'm seeing is we're seeing a lot of people who want the simplest version of themselves.
Right.
And this guy allows them to stay there and be that.
And be
agree.
that darkness.
I need you at first to AME counseling because I'm seeing major issues. I'd rather be with a dude who grabbed my arm and tell me, come on.
Right.
With my clothes on, Mimi.
Oh yeah, I get what you say. Yeah, see, it makes a difference. The on and off makes a difference. If you grabbing on me, my clothes on, we got a problem. I already been through that. I don't want to be beat up now.
Yeah,
I want to be treated right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Grab me roughly, naked, nigga.
Only.
Wait, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on.
Gotta be specific.
Hold on. Right now. Hold on. What? Right here. I did not start this war.
Hilarious.
Yes, you did.
It was an ape named Koba.
Hilarious.
Nigga, you a fool, man. Don't ever turn into my show expecting that.
So I just want to say something. It's rough out here dating for the ladies because you meet men. No, seriously, this is really serious what I'm going to say. It's really rough out here in the dating world. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you want a good guy, you want somebody good, but then you want a guy that you know how they are sexually. You don't want to be with a guy and he leaves you and he's dating his boyfriend too. You want to be with a guy that you at least know he likes women. And then you want to be with a guy who's not, like I said, lip gloss, all these different things happening.
Yeah, they got
and I think there's a problem with that in today's society. And that's why I think I have my problem with it.
So let me address this.
Yes.
I'm finna put this out.
Okay.
I know she's listening to the show right now. She's a friend of mine. She just told me some shit that happened.
Okay.
Her niece goes out with this nigga.
Okay.
Now her niece, sweet girl, 24, educated, good family, mother, father, everybody's in place, middle class, they good. But she is hard on dudes, as she should be. Daddy's a Gemini. Mama's a Leo. She should be hard.
Oh, yes.
You in the dig? So peep game. They pressuring her to get down with the dude.
Oh, Lord.
They like, hey, it's time. Like, hey, you so hard. Give him a chance. Get this dude a chance, blah, blah, blah. But I say again, let women trust their own intuition in this process.
Right.
The young girl is hard on dudes because she's seen the right things.
Right.
So she's telling him, I don't fuck with him. I don't really like him like that.
Right.
I don't really connect with him like that. So she goes out with him again. The nigga turns out to be Koba.
She sensed it. She smelled
But she knew it. He was Koba. He wasn't Caesar.
Right.
He was Koba. He tried to trip on her.
Yeah.
And that happens.
And what she did was, and thankfully nothing else happened, but what she did was she was able to just talk him down.
Right.
And he dropped her off at home.
Thank goodness.
So he was on some Me Too bullshit.
He was on some bullshit.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I know them.
what I'm trying to tell y'all is, and I'm not speaking ubiquitously for women.
Right.
But I'm saying most women are attracted to the Koba nigga. Yeah. And what I'm trying to tell you is the reason why that is true is because a lot of women are vacuous. A lot of women are empty. So what takes precedence in their relationship is stimulation.
Right.
This young girl was not vacuous. She came from substance. She was able to recognize vacuosity in him and was like, I'm not fucking with him.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But most women are empty and they're looking for stimulation, and stimulation is what drives their participation in relationships. They are receivers instead of givers.
Right.
They predicate everything on what they're getting. That's a Koba move. I took you to the movies. I did this. I did that. Now you got to reciprocate.
Okay.
Right.
So one other thing you see that I think is indicative of our race more than other groups, at least in my observation, is our women date too many kinds of men throughout their adult life. So they'll date Eric Benet and Mike Tyson, and they want Eric Benet to fight like Tyson and Tyson to sing like Eric Benet.
Two different types.
So they take pieces of men that don't go together, and they form an idea of the perfect man.
Right.
One of the greatest examples of that is income. I've heard women say, "I want a guy that's 6 figures." Only 5% of black families make more than 6 figures nationally. So. And a lot of those are old boomers that are already married. Like, you just made that up. So I'm saying this in the sense of a lot of the imagery is just a fantastical mishmash of a bunch of parts of men. When you're with Floyd, he can't read. I'm not saying that all boxers can't read, but Floyd has problems reading.
Right.
Can you deal with that? And be with Floyd?
But here's the toxic part of
no
women.
one comes with that.
Wait, here's the toxic part of women. That's my point.
See?
That's my point.
I'm gonna read the menu for you, nigga.
What you say, baby? Oh, you want me to read that contract? Yeah.
That's my part. That's my point.
I'm making jokes. Hey, the reason I say that was a joke, but what I'm saying is if you with a dude, hypothetically, I grow old with a dude, he can't read no more. I'm gonna read from he need his corn rubbed and I'm been with him. He can't read. I mean, I'm just saying, like, things happen in your older age. You gotta accept your mate where they at. Your mate might not be able to walk no more. You might have to roll him into the room, but shoot, I'm gonna roll you, baby.
No more.
You get what I'm
No, I'm
trying to
talking about ever.
Nigga gotta start off walking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get some of these. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let's just go to a quick break.
Okay.
And when we return from this break, I'm going straight to the phone lines. We're going to go phone lines all the way out. Callers right now. I want to hear from women. I want to hear from ladies who are dealing with the choice of Mr. Black right now, or Mr. Black right, or Mr. Fantasy. I want to know who you dealing with right now. Call us 323-230-4610. We'll be back.
I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call.
Hey, you are now tuned in to the voice of reason. The big hummus house is your host this evening. ZoWilliams, man of many topics. Talk about everything, ain't nothing out of pocket. Religion and music to maximizing profit. How to tell if your relationship is toxic. If you on the wrong path, we can stop it. Knowledge is like the beat and we drop it. So tune in and get you some wisdom. From square guests to niggas that's just out of prison. So whether you're saint, sinner, or heathen, get you some grown game from the voice of reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, ZoWilliams, the voice of reason, back in the building. We just had to take a quick breather to let Tone Talks get his shit and move out to prepare for his show. Live show right after the voice of reason. I'm going for the callers. I want to talk to ladies. Answer me these questions, ladies, if you could. What is the image of a good black man? And what does it include and exclude? What is the real image of a good black man? What does it include and exclude?
That is a great question.
Right.
Did hip hop and the crack era mutate our evaluation of black males, flipping what we see as value from the top to the bottom? The thug nigga, the hustler, the grinder, the criminal nigga is now at the top under the label of swag. Ooh.
Wow.
Shit. Why do we like prison styling? Is that a way to measure a man? We talking about the dress, the look, the presentation? What is the consequences of looking for a man with swag at 50 as a measure of his value?
Ooh.
Damn, a man at 50 still gotta be swagger? Oh, God. Yikes.
40's the new 30.
I mean,
no, some real stuff. Look, when we were kids and somebody was 50, they looked like they was 50 and they was a grandmother. Nowadays, 50-year-olds is looking good. Some of these 50-year-olds is looking better than some of these 30-year-olds. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I mean, not all, but I'm saying that to say it's a new segment. I think we're taking care of ourselves better. I think that's a compliment to how we're living our life. I mean, you're not looking like the age that you are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get these callers. Ladies want to talk about it. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the voice of reason. Speak on it. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hello. My name is Kristen. I'm calling from Virginia.
What up, Kristen from Virginia?
Hey,
Speak
girl.
on it.
Hey. So I'm listening to the show, and I don't want to take it too far back, but one thing I wanted to speak on was you have to remember the situations that young women go through when they're dating and the reasons why we feel like sometimes there may not be the right person for us. So we go through situations, we're dating, and we're young, we're in high school. We keep getting our hearts open because the guy might have cheated on us, or he might have been not giving us enough attention. So as we go through different stages, we're dating men and we're realizing the fantasy ain't all what it's cut out to be. So then you take a look at going towards the bad boy. And it's like, you know what? If I can't find that good guy right off top, I'm going to go get the bad boy and I'm going to make him a good boy.
So can
I'm going to make him the guy that I want.
How old are you, young lady? Because you sound young.
She does.
I'm not saying that that's how I think.
I'm just asking you, how old are you?
But I'm 27.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So let me hip you to some game. Let me just hip you to some game, okay? You're 13 twice. You're 13 and a half twice. You've been 13 twice. So let me hip you to some game, goddammit. Whoever came up with the concept of this dude wasn't right for me fucked women up. Because
I agree.
It fucked women up. Let me tell you why. Every person you've ever dated is right for you, or they wouldn't have been in your life.
Right.
Oh, that's facts. I heard you say that
Listen
earlier.
to me, love. Listen to me, love. Listen, you old enough to have one of my children now. Be patient.
Oh, sure.
Okay, now be patient. This knowledge comes at a cost.
You know what?
Now listen. If a man comes into your life with drama, trauma, ugliness, and disappointment, but at the end of that storm, you get a revelation about yourself, that experience was necessary.
Right.
Right.
And can you name an experience? Can you name an experience, good, bad, or indifferent, that you didn't get some kind of meaning from, some kind of revelation about who you are from? Can you name an experience that was just inert?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, this isn't rhetorical.
Okay. I'm just making sure. So, yes, I have been through a lot of different situations that have made me look at myself and realize, you know what, that's insecurity, that's loneliness, that's brokenness, that's hurt. So I've been through situations that have caused me to look at myself and how I look at relationships now. If the man that I'm talking to or having a conversation with does not challenge me to look at myself, that's what I'm looking at.
No. I asked you because you didn't answer the question. It's fine.
He ain't gonna let it go. Girl.
I know
you.
She's 13 twice, so
You know what?
I know she might have to hear the question twice. But the thing that I asked was, can you pinpoint a relationship in your life that hasn't revealed something about you?
Something that has happened to me that has revealed something.
Have you been in a relationship, good, bad, or indifferent, that has not revealed something about you?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. So we got to stop with this bullshit belief of Mr. Wrong. He wasn't right for me. Well, if you learn something from him, you owe him thanks. I know y'all don't want to hear that.
Yep.
Look at her. She over there sniggling and shit. You sniggling? You sniggling under your breath?
Not sniggling.
Over here sniggling and shit.
I promise I'm not.
You are sniggling. We hear you.
She like, fuck that.
Do you
no,
understand?
I do hear what you're saying. Being able to go through a situation and go through multiple situations, even with my ex, looking at myself and seeing the places that I need to grow, it's been hard. I've had times where I've broken down, like, is this really me? Is this really what I attract? Is this really the place where I'm at right now?
Well, ask a tougher question. Can I find 3 things that being in this fucked up relationship did to elevate my spirit?
Oh.
That's a great question.
Yeah. See, if you ain't asking these kind of questions, you're not getting power. See, power comes from the revelation of power within oneself. Until you reveal the power within, you can't have a mirror of power.
Right.
You want to go to church? Turn the music up. Turn the music up. Let's go. Turn the music up. These niggas ain't ready for church. Turn the music up. Pass the offering plate in the goddamn YouTube.
Hey.
On the super chat. Somebody pass the plate right now.
Who got 5 on it?
We taking offerings right now.
10 on it.
Because I know this is real knowledge getting laid down right now.
Yep.
Have you found power within yourself, 27?
Yes, I have. I've learned to not depend on a man in my everyday life to get me through emotionally.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. I'm talking about power. I'm not talking about dependence. I'm talking about power. Where is your power?
Knowledge is concerned?
Where is your power? Where is it anchored? Where does it come from, youngling?
Your personal power.
I think that is something that I'm still finding. I can't even give you an answer. I'll be transparent.
So guess what's gonna happen?
Be honest.
So guess what's gonna happen, baby girl? Let me just tell you now, right? Let me just tell you right now. Guess what's gonna happen? Part of that answer is gonna come in your next few relationships.
Oh, it's gonna hurt too, girl.
What you think this is? You think You think the lie this society created, which says you're supposed to get what you want
right away,
doesn't come without a price?
You gonna get married? She like, this is it. I'm marrying one of them.
Y'all better understand this ain't Disney. This is real life. God damn it! Do you want your power? Do you really want it?
Absolutely.
Then you gotta search for it in the reflections that come back from the niggas you fuck with.
Oh, pow.
Now let me ask you this though.
I'm here.
Do we take that nigga's insecurity as a reflection of our own insecurity?
You motherfucking right. Because guess what? Your character flaws are compatible with his. That's why y'all trigger each other.
Okay.
This is why the great philosopher J. Krishnamurti said, the mirror of relationship. Let me give you a little excerpt from his Ojai, California, his talk. It was one of the seventh talk he had in 1944. Okay. Seventh public talk. It was June 25th, 1944. He says, I have been trying to explain in my last few talks how to cultivate right thinking. How right thinking comes from self-knowledge. The more you are aware of your thoughts and feelings, the more you are detached, and the less you identify, the greater the self-knowledge. And it is the self-knowledge that dissolves ignorance and sorrow. In understanding the self, right knowledge comes into being. Virtue, as I explained, lies in feeling, listen to this, thought, feeling from craving. In other words, you have to free thought from the feeling of craving.
Which is wanting.
Which is desire. Oh, I want a good man. I want this. I want that. As long as you're in a position and a consciousness of craving, of desiring, you're not free of the initial purpose for why you want to be in a relationship. You want the desire to go away. You want the craving to go away. This is why a lot of people will deal with Mr. Right Now, Mr. In the Moment.
Because they craving that dick right now.
They're craving.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what you just revealed, which just makes sense now that you explained it like that.
Yes.
So in my last relationship, I felt like, I wasn't dating anybody. I'm cool. I'm working. I'm doing me. I'm hanging out. I'm having a good time. And then we crossed paths. Now, after the relationship was over, when we first got into our first huge blowout, I was like, you know what? This nigga came in and fucked my whole shit up. I was doing fine by myself. But was I really? Was I just trying to get rid of or trying to lose? Or get away from that, what did you say?
The craving, this desire.
Was I trying to lose the craving? Exactly.
Now watch this.
Exactly.
Now watch this. Let me just read it again. Virtue, as I explained, lies in freeing thought, right, from feeling craving. Also, to liberate thought, there must be candor, truth. In order to liberate thought, there must be truth. Dependence destroys love. Craving must ever create attachment, possessiveness, from which arises jealousy, envy, and those conflicts which we are all too familiar with. Where there is dependence and attachment, there is no love.
Wow.
99.99999% of everybody you know is attached to bullshit, is attached to fantasy.
Right.
You talking about a good man and you don't even know the good in yourself?
Holla.
You haven't even discovered your own internal power?
Wow. Church.
Preach.
All you looking for is security and stimulation. That's all you looking for when you are in the dark about who the fuck you are.
Right. That part.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
So those are some deep topics, and understand.
Well, I hope so. I hope. And I'm gonna tell you again. The bits and pieces, fragmented pieces of the answer will come over your next few relationships.
I need to call in again for a reading too. On another day.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for calling tonight,
thank
baby.
you. With the Scorpios.
Oh,
hey,
you Scorpio too?
I should have known.
Shit.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
Hey.
All right, thank you.
Because she's thinking about the right shit already.
All right, let's get a few more callers in here real quick.
Gone, Scorpio.
Yo, we got fire in here tonight.
Right.
Does Black Mr. Right even exist? All you niggas running around here with an unoriginal thought about love.
Right.
With an unoriginal thought about who you are. About what it means to relate, about what it means to commune. All you want is sister girl circles and reinforcement of the bullshit you believe already. You don't want to be challenged. You don't want to be turned into a scalable spirit that continues to grow and evolve. You just want comfort and stimulation.
Right.
You understand that?
Loneliness is the devil. A lot of women get in these relationships out of loneliness, and they're not looking at what they're getting into. They're looking for Mr. Right now, like you said, and that's out of loneliness and fear, I think.
Every man you've ever dated is right for you.
Right.
Or you wouldn't recognize him. You can only recognize that which is known.
Right.
That's what the word to recognize. How many times you met a nigga that you thought you knew already?
All the time.
Huh? How many times have you met a motherfucker that reminded you of a nigga you've already gotten over?
All
or
the time.
so you thought.
And then I run.
Wow. Did he turn around like he was TD Jakes up in
Do you understand? This is TD hotcakes in this bitch right now.
He ready for us to throw some money at him.
Phil, throw some in here with hot cakes.
Flip ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
You know what?
Motherfuckers.
Preach, Pastor.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody ain't gave you, nobody has given you new ideas. We're all regurgitating the same ideas about how to relate. But no one has ever said, hey, how much of the shit I already think about what I'm supposed to be doing is wrong.
Right, right. Too much like right.
Right.
You want a real relationship? Try loving yourself first.
Holla.
Try forgiving your mama for being ain't shit mama. But because society told you to love her regardless, you just had to swallow the shit you want answers for.
All right.
Right?
That's right.
Try forgiving your ain't shit daddy.
Yeah, that part.
Right? His absent ass.
Okay.
Right? You I'm just saying.
That holiday nigga.
Find out what circumstances set the mold for who you are today. Instead of looking at a nigga and saying, come save me from the shit I have yet to resolve.
Captain Save a Hoe.
Men do the same thing, bitch ass niggas.
Right.
They do the same thing. Let me tell you what Mr. Right looks like. Mr. Right looks like a nigga who is accountable for the bullshit he came from.
You put your back into that.
Do you understand?
Accountable.
Right.
Accountable. Like, I'm from the bullshit.
Right.
This is who the fuck I am. And this is what the fuck I got to work on. Now, can you deal with it? Because I'm dealing with it. If you're dealing with me, you dealing with my process.
Right. Zoe on fire, y'all.
That's right.
Now, that's what Mr. Right looked like. That's a motherfucker who owns the fact that he is still under construction.
Right.
Any motherfucker present himself as complete is a liar.
Right.
And that's male or female.
That's right.
And the way society is established, you don't really hear men saying, bitch, get your shit together. But you do hear women saying, well, your shit ain't together. Based on whose standards?
On hers.
No. Where your standards come from, bitch? Who is the author of them standards?
That part.
Huh? Is poverty the author of them standards? The poverty authored my standards. And poverty told me I ain't gonna never be broke again. Well, that's the motherfucker writing your relationship manuscript.
Right. Fucking shit up.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
It's not Mr. Right. It's Mr. Alignment.
Love it.
You understand?
Line it up.
Who is lined up with your spirit?
Right.
It's easy to be socially in alignment. Oh, well, I went to an HBCU and yes, I joined a fraternity or a sorority and you know, I'm doing things and, you know, I'm connected and I got a good job and things are working out well for, it's easy.
Right.
To be motherfucking aligned socially. It's hard to be aligned spiritually.
Right.
And when I say it's hard, I mean it's hard to acknowledge the spirit that is in alignment with you if it feels uncomfortable.
Right.
If it feels bad. You think, oh, let me get away from this motherfucker. No, you better get the knowledge that that spirit came to deliver.
Right.
Relationship is like UPS. It's here to drop some shit off.
Right.
You better get that. You better get that parcel, motherfuckers.
Right. Don't leave the package on the porch now.
If tonight's sermon has been of spiritual edification for you, I ask that everybody hit the super chat in my YouTube.
And thank y'all that have been super chatting. We saw it.
Hold on.
Thank you so much.
Ushers, the doors of the church is open.
Would anyone like to join the church today?
Okay, come on down for benediction.
Yes.
Because Zoe has gave a full sermon on that bullshit tonight.
Yes. Lift up your left hand, please.
The voice of reason. Lift up your left hand. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We appreciate everybody for being on Super Chat. We appreciate everybody for being, of course, in the YouTube chat room to see us live do these shows.
Right.
They be on fire. I love them to death. And all of the callers who called in, thank you. ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. Friday night, July the 27th is over, but we'll be back Monday with another slapper. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm out.